EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cougar right here.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Titans.
They'll look to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a 1st down. His 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. From the 5, 2nd and 4. An inside run with Judkins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Jaguars at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. So I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes...
Still going.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas,
52 yards.
and the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to DK. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
7-7, our score after 1.
At the 5-yard line.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
He'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Chimere Dike, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Go, go. Hey, so go, Hunt. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. And when it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Titans first down.
Oh, some strong running. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
First down, Tennessee.
18 Cardinal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it'll be complete to Okonkwo. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take his feet.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Hey.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
Okay, break. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
A give up the middle. Judkins. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He'll swing this out to Judkins.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Titans 1st down. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
Judkins will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
Hey, lie.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Now Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
They're going to look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Joshua Hines-Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Hey, go!
On 1st down, they'll go the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuint Allen. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start...
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back to throw now on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And the Titans, first down. A gain of 12.
A give. Here's Judkins.
Touchdown, Titans.
Quinshon Judkins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Thomas has got it, complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the
Lawrence will throw.
Firing quickly here complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
A short throw taken in by Conquo.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Hey, Ron!
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Jaguars 23. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll give it to Judkins.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second down and 3.
They'll set up a throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Trap 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll drop to throw.
That is intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
He's to the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Jaguars 23.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
This is 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. 11.
Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter, 64 yards.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 30.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On play action, they'll throw.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They need 2. Here's third down.
They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Go! The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd.